I will be demonstrating my HTML final for the peer review through a video format, through a YouTube video. So for starters, my final project for web design was to make a resume website. So to start off, I have my first and last name here as a big header over here, and whenever you put your mouse over it, actually hold on, before I even do that, if I one thing you'll notice when you load up the page, it has a kind of hovering animation, as you might have seen here. It kind of hovered a bit up, or I guess not hovered, but faded up a bit. So now back to the actual website itself. Um, so first off, as I said previously, you see my first and last name as kind of the big header section of the website, and whenever you put your mouse over it, it kind of gives a blue border around it. The reason for this was just to show, I guess, some sort of animation skill within the website. Then below that, you have an image of me. And then below that, to the left of it, says the degree that I'm in. And it has my email, which if you were to click it, it directs you to whatever email service your computer is using, where you could send me an email. This. Okay, so this is essentially the header section. I'll go through the navigation bar a little later, and I'll go over this also a bit later. So over here is the About section of the website, where essentially you have a About Me section here with a small paragraph, a What I've Done section with a small paragraph, and a What I Do with a small paragraph. So the About Me is just a simple About Me. What I've done is just to tell the user or the target audience, which is the employer, on what I, as a computer science student, do or have done. Actually, over here, it shows this section of the paragraph, essentially things that I've designed, programmed, which, as seen here, is the languages that I've programmed in and the IDEs I use. Then below that, the About section is a education section, and also within every section, there's a line break or a horizontal line to kind of show that, oh, okay, this is a different section. So under the education section, you have the level of diploma under a big blue, dark bluish font, and then below that is the name of the school. And over here, for the high school one, it just states the year I graduated. But in the bachelor's degree, it has a blue box surrounded with the words "in progress." This is just to show the employer that, oh, I'm on my way towards getting a bachelor's degree in advanced computer science. I haven't done that yet, but it's expected in spring 2021, and the blue box is just there to kind of highlight that it's in progress. So underneath the education section is the work section, which I have the positions that I was given under a bigger font, the names of the companies that I work for below that, and then below that is just a short description of what I gained from working at this position at this company. And then to the right of that is the timeline, which I've worked from start to end, the location here, and same goes for the other two positions here. And then on to the next section is the skills section, in which I decided to show it off under a table, where over here you have the programming section, all the programming languages I have skills on, the markup language I have skill, which is just HTML, a style sheet language category, showing what skills I've obtained using that under that category, the IDEs, which as you can see has Visual Studio Code, and all that, source controls that I've used, documentation tools that I've used, and this is just an other section. And the reason why I decided to put it under table was because I just decided to have all the skills just clumped up into a category, and then underneath each category would spread out under the actual specific skills. Then below that is the project sections. Essentially, these are my top 3 most proud projects I've created so far through my experience here. So if you were to, for example, click the Download C++ Interactive Story Final Project, if I were to click that, it would probably give you, depending on the browser, it'll give you a pop-up on whether you would allow this to download the files. I'll allow it, and then once that's done, you've essentially downloaded the files. And this works also for the other two projects here. I can do that over here. Yep. And then for the download rhythm one, you'll see that it has downloaded the 3 projects. And then below that is a button with a little hover animation, as you can see from when I don't have my cursor over it. A little arrow doesn't show up, but once I put my cursor on it, you see a little arrow just kind of displayed to the right of it. And then if I were to click this, it will directly lead you to my GitHub account, specifically the repositories. And then if I were to go down here, this is the final section, which is the contact section. Over here you have my email, which if you also click on this, it directs you to whatever email service your computer is using and where you could send an email to me. I'll close out of that. The address, and then phone, which if I actually haven't tested it yet on a mobile device, but what I'm assuming should theoretically happen is if you were on a mobile device and you were to kind of press on this, or I guess hold on to that, it would direct you to calling me. And then over here to the right is the social links, where if you just hover over each icon, it kind of turns gray just to show off a little bit more animation. And if you were to click on the GitHub icon, it would open a new window, which will lead you back to my repository GitHub profile. And then if you were to click on the LinkedIn icon, it will direct you to my LinkedIn profile through another page or window. And other things, so as seen here is a button that just says top. So essentially, once the user reaches a certain point, like starts beginning to scroll, this button will show up. Essentially what this button does is it just redirects you to the very top of the website. So essentially, let's just say you were in the work section. If you were under the work section and then you decided, oh, okay, I want to go to the very top of the website. You go through here, click it, and it will redirect you back to the header section of the website. The reason for this is because it's kind of to link to the navigation bar over here, because so far I have not been able to program a navigation bar that would kind of follow you as you keep scrolling down, because I've just been having troubles with that as of now, but I might be able to fix it for the final version. So that's the only reason really why the top button is here, is because I can't get the navigation bar to scroll down with you. But as mentioned before, if you're on any part of the website, just press the top button and it redirects you back to the header button. And then you have the navigation bar, where whichever section you want to click, you want to just be redirected immediately to, just click on it. So maybe you want to go to the skills section. Just click the skills section here in the navigation bar, and it will instantly transition you to the skills section of the website. Same goes for the contact one, the work one, the education section, and the about section. And yeah, that's about it for demoing my final project for peer review, and I hope you guys have a good day or night.